Cody, big match Cody. That dude, his entrances are legitimately one of my favorite in wrestling. His theme song is awesome. There's just this feel around his entrances that just carries a weight, and it's just so fun to watch. And him coming out with Snoop Dogg was something else tonight. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was definitely a great experience to see live. I mean, you could feel those flames throughout the whole arena being it live, but we do love his entrances, coming through the middle, it's him, man. I mean, he is a star. He is a show stealing person no matter where you put him on the card. But with the remix to his entrance with Snoop Dogg, I was wondering where they were going to play Snoop Dogg on this, and this worked perfect. It was really funny to me, during the match to see him take over like the Arn Anderson role, calling the shots. I thought that part was really funny, and for someone just as cool like as Snoop Dogg that can really just like handle himself to just sit there on the ramp the whole time and be doing, with the play cards and like getting
that was really
fully
cool.
fully committed. And then when Sydal jumped off the rope with that double knee right in front of Snoop, it almost hit Snoop. And it was like, oh my gosh. So that move to me by Sydal always is cringeworthy just because thinking of your knees, I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah. I'm going to say, SPD, I was thinking about you during this match because I know this is one of those under the radar matches that really got you going. I know that Cody, you and we could wax poetic about what a pro he is. Cody, one of the best things about Cody is he can go with anyone. And I thought this was such a great example, right? I feel like Cody is an underrated powerhouse. I mean, the dude's in great shape. The guy is physically impressive. But for him to be able to keep up from a cardio perspective, to keep up with a guy like Matt Sydal, who I know is one of your like kind of underdog favorites.
For sure.
You like Sydal. You like what he brings to every match that he's in. Just from talking to you over the last few months about this product, I think that you've been one of those guys who's been pushing. Matt Sydal needs to be appreciated a little bit more. What he does in the ring, man, he from the second the bell rings, that dude is just nonstop. He has one gear and it's full throttle. The guy does not know how to slow down. He keeps pushing the pace, and I love that about Sydal's offense. His stuff is so crisp. Like you see his kicks, and you just talked about his double knees. It's such a shame that his debut was based off of like that botch that all those months ago. But he's come so far since then, dude, because you look at his offense and how smooth and like just crisp and everything is. It just you can tell he's not thinking about what to do next. It's just this natural, like he just go. That was one of my biggest takeaways from this match was, man, seeing Cody be able to keep up with Sydal. I was impressed with Cody's, especially for being a soon-to-be dad. He's going to have no problem keeping up, running around with those kids because the guy had no issue keeping up with. Great picture, by the way, brother. He had no issue keeping up with Sydal in this one. I thought that the energy in this match was nonstop. If you're a fan of professional wrestling, you need to go back and watch this match in the sense that this is a great example of all out, balls to the wall, high energy, fast paced offense where both these guys were just clicking from the moment this match started.
Yeah, it is very high paced, very fast paced, or high energy. It was, you said it great, keeping up with Sydal, and he definitely is one of the underrated performers on the roster. And there are so many of these stars that don't get the chance to really showcase in a Dynamite TV match, and so this was a great match for me. It was an elite match for me for sure. Everything about it, from the beginning, the entrances to the high flying spots, to the moves outside the ring, and then to what happened after the ring. Typically when you have a special guest, some kind of cheesy stuff happened, but this was great. Snoop Dogg going off the top rope was quite the scene to see live, and you can see his little skinny legs shaking on the top rope from where we were going. So I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? And it wasn't the most graceful frog splash, but I give him props, man, because I mean, I have never been on the top rope, and I'm sure and he's practiced it maybe a few times, but that had to be a scary moment, and with especially when it starts moving. So props to him for
I
that,
feel like,
and that was a
yeah, I
great
mean, I feel like
finish.
Snoop kind of like, dude, I feel like they undersold Snoop's ability. Like I feel like he could have jumped another couple feet, like across, like uh, Serpentico and Luther were set up so close to the turnbuckle there that it kind of made it so that Snoop had to just jump straight up and fall down. And for a guy
Right.
his size, it was hard. That was hard to do. I think he could have, like, it kind of showed, man, Snoop could jump a little further than we anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed. I thought Jericho was hilarious. He said, like, Snoop looks like a 9-foot tall piece of spaghetti. Jericho's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
miss all that being live.
Yeah, you got to go back and watch because Jericho's commentary is hilarious. But this
9 foot.
was really an example where I feel like, yeah, they did a celebrity guest spot that worked. I was concerned on how they were going to integrate Snoop Dogg into the show, but it's a natural pairing with Cody, given that they're both on the big show together on TNT. It just makes a lot of sense that they were in that together. And again, for me, elite or delete on this one. I'm going to give it an elite because the match pace was so good. These guys pushed each other to the limit. It was another example, another showcase for what Cody can do as far as a workhorse role.
Mm-hmm.
I think anytime he's in the ring with someone, this is another thing I want to give Cody props for. I don't want to just continue to wax poetic about Cody, but Matt Sydal leaves this match looking better than when he came in. And I think that that's a pattern when you see Cody in the ring with people across the board with his TNT Open Challenge. He has made people look so good in the ring with him, and I think that shows his commitment to the business on a bigger level. Cody's untouchable, right? So I thought that this was a great showcase for that. The post-match antics were fun, kept things light a little bit, and they fed Serpentico and Luther to Snoop, which, for us as fans, you're not going to have a lot of people in an uproar about seeing that happen the way it did. It's not like Snoop Dogg hit a super kick on FTR, right? they're not doing something like that. So
Well, it
I
made
thought that
sense
was a
because
great.
of what happened during the match too. It all tied it in when Cody swang and hit Serpentico. So it wasn't just this random interference. So you really tied the story in completely for that. And speaking of stories, it was great. I loved watching the Road 2 to really give a background to this match. Like, why is this match happening? They did a great job of interviewing Sydal and Cody, if you haven't seen the Road 2, of really giving this match some justice. And so it was a great storytelling, and I would love to see Sydal and Cody paired up together against some people. So I think that would be an interesting, fun tag team.
Absolutely. I think that, you got to put Sydal in the card somewhere.
Yep.
The guy is earning his spot. You got to give him props. So that would be a natural fit.